The Burg Sports Network is a PanRight Productions broadcast brought to you by these incredible sponsors: Farm Bureau Insurance Olive Branch, East Point Church, Cardinal South Creative, and Southern Pride Sod.
What a beautiful evening for some Tuesday night baseball. Hello, welcome to Lewisburg High School and Albert Broadway Field, where tonight's matchup will be the home Lewisburg Patriots against the visiting crosstown rivals. And I say rivals, it's kind of a new rivalry brewing, the Hernando Tigers. I'm Michael Plumley, along with my partner here, Shaker Turner, a blast from the past. I'm glad you're able to join us. Lewisburg comes into tonight's game sitting in first place in the division at 6-1. They're playing crosstown rival Hernando, who is sitting in the second position with a 6-2 district record. But scratch all the records tonight. These two teams match up pretty evenly when you look at the numbers on both sides of the field. But Lewisburg tonight, they got the dude on the mound, Talon Haley, and we've seen him a couple of times already. I don't expect that there's going to be anything less than excellence tonight on the mound. And just on the other side, Preston Johnson will be the pitcher for Hernando, who's got an impressive record in his own right. Shaker, welcome. What do you think about tonight's matchup?
Man, I'm excited to be here. Like you said, it's Tuesday night, and one thing that high school baseball offers that everything doesn't is that Tuesday night district game for control of the district at the time. Couldn't be a clearer night. Couldn't be better pitchers on the mound. Great lineups. I'm excited, and I appreciate y'all letting me be here to witness it.
Man, I'm glad to have you. And, yeah, a little bit cool tonight, but it's going to take a lot of offense to score runs tonight. We'll see what both teams have. I mean, impressive numbers on both sides of the field, both Hernando and Lewisburg. We're going to talk about all those stats coming up. We're going to give you the starting lineups momentarily. The national anthem is about to be played. Stay with us, folks. Thanks for tuning in. This is a PanRight TV production.
For insurance you can trust, go with the home team at Farm Bureau Insurance in Olive Branch. We offer competitive rates and fast, friendly claims on auto, home, life, and more. Call 662-893-5250 today.
Visit cardinalsouth.com and let's get started.
Join us at East Point Church in Lewisburg, Sundays at 9 and 10:30. Visit eastpointdesoto.org for more information. Come and be a part of our community.
Looking for the perfect lawn? Southern Pride Sod in Byhalia, Mississippi grows top-quality zoysia and Bermuda grass for all your residential and commercial needs. Call 901-494-7733 today to transform your space with lush green perfection.
Well, the field's been lined off. The national anthem has been sung, and the boys are ready to get going between the lines. And we'll look at the starting lineups for the Hernando Tigers. Leading off will be Preston Johnson, followed by Josh Pena, Luke Romine, Axton Westmoreland, Brandon Overstreet, Connor Young, Cade Koska, Joe Akins, and Donovan Dixon. Impressive lineup for the Hernando Tigers. They're going to face Talon Haley on the mound. Defensively for Lewisburg, you've got Briley Tubbs out in left field, Andrew Hendrahowski in center, Garrett Latham in right, Cooper Bierman at third base, Caden Nelson at shortstop, Colson Alexander at second, Cade Sanders over at first base. Behind the plate will be Grant Walenzik, and on the mound, the senior left-hander Talon Haley with an impressive 0.24 ERA, 4-0 record. He's only given up 1 earned run, 62 strikeouts versus 9 walks and 29.1 innings pitched. It's as impressive as you're ever going to see in high school. Vanderbilt commit, a lot of Major League Baseball scouts in attendance like there has been all year. In fact, if the scout doesn't show up, we even got the MLB guy here that's going to be taking all the videos of the strong lefty. But it's certainly an opportunity for other guys to be seen as well.
And there's a list of them in these two lineups tonight that and any other high school lineup would love to have most of the kids out here tonight. Big names, a lot of future college players here. And one thing you talked about, both pitchers, we talked about their pitching, they both lead off for their team.
Right.
Swinging a little bit.
Preston Johnson coming in, he's got 22 runs scored and 23 hits. He does lead the team. He leads it off. First pitch on the way is fouled off for strike one. Big crowd here tonight, Shaker. Both sides, Hernando just 5 minutes down the road. And these teams have got new coaches, Tyler Scholl over here for Lewisburg and Taylor Carr for Hernando. The 0-1 pitch on the way, swung on, fouled off down the line. Now down in the count goes Johnson, 0-2.
One thing I was going to bring up, and you just beat me to it, is the matchup also between the two young coaches in a big game.
Yeah, and, for the first several years of Lewisburg's program, DeSoto Central has been kind of the rivalry, and they still are. But Hernando has kind of crept in there as a team to be reckoned with as they sit in second place in district play. It's a big game for both teams. The 0-2 pitch in there. Strike three. Got him on the outside part of the plate with the breaking pitch. And Johnson will go back to the dugout. 1 out. And that's big for Talon Haley. He's going to throw a lot of strikes, and he's going to try to limit his pitches. He hasn't gone a complete game just yet, as Lewisburg bats have helped him out. Now Josh Pena to the plate. He looks at ball one upstairs. Pena, a guy that gets on base. 14 stolen bases, leads the Hernando Tigers in that category.
Pena's a guy I've watched over the years and just see him. He's always working. Got a dad and a brother that involved in the game, and the family just they get after it. They grind a lot. He's put the time in to earn the spot.
I think he's got a brother over there on that in that dugout as well.
That means I'm getting old, Michael.
Yep. 2 balls, no strikes. Pena did look to square it up as Bierman standing in the grass at third base. Pitch up and away. Walenzik off his mitt. And now 3-0.
After the Johnson at bat, I was going to comment, everybody talks about Haley and his velocity, low to mid-90s guy. That breaking ball is pretty sharp.
Yeah, it's a late breaker, and it's a hard-throwing breaker at that. He'll kind of use it in a couple of different locations as well. The 3-0 pitch upstairs, he gets the 4-pitch walk, so we'll see how Haley and this defense responds working out of the stretch for the first time tonight. And now Luke Romine, who is the team one of the team leaders in a lot of categories. 463 average, 659 slugging percentage. And as I mentioned, Pena with a lot of wheels over there as Cade Sanders tries to hold him on. He's in that peculiar stance there as Romine calls timeout.
Michael, one thing that's jumped out to me, and I was interested in watching it. We talk about the young coaches. In all fairness, I'm not sure who is in the Hernando dugout assistant Coach Carr, but I know Scholl has Gary Scott Gabbert, and with some head coaching experience, high-level player, knows the game. And as he's calling pitches, I see Coach Scott out directing traffic in the outfield. That's always a plus to have in your dugout.
Yeah, you got Bryce Brock over there as well, who's a former player and Division I athlete, as Haley delivers the pitch in there for strike one. Pitch on the outside of the plate. Giving a lot of attention to Pena, as he should. Defense sets it, double play depth. Swing and a miss. Upstairs. Now goes to 0-2.
Put you on the spot, Mike. We stand fastball here, breaker off the plate.
I like to see the fastball upstairs. He just went for it, wasn't going to able to catch up with it. See how he plays it. That pitch on the inside part of the plate, you called it, breaking pitch. He tried to backdoor it.
Well, I won't take credit for it. I was unsure, but I wanted to throw the option out there.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Romine. Pitch on the way. That's a curveball upstairs. I've noticed a lot of his misses have been up.
I think that's a little big night amped up, maybe a little adrenaline.
Yeah, I think a lot of it's a big game, big student contingent here for both sides. 2-2 pitch. Checks the runner, not going. Swing and a miss. Got him. Right down Broadway, and Romine not able to catch up. 2 outs now with a runner on, and now Axton Westmoreland, the right fielder, will come in. Shaker, a lot of lefty at bats here against a left-handed pitcher.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, Westmoreland here is a freshman who's having a pretty big year in a big lineup. It's always good to see. 23
hits so far this season.
I don't know how many of them have come off of Talon Haley.
Yeah, not me either.
But I'm excited about the matchup.
Be interested to see if Taylor Carr sends his man, get him in scoring position with 2 outs. Walenzik with a pretty decent arm behind the plate. Swung on, fouled off.
You know, it's one of those you touched on in the pregame of you're going to have to find a way to score a run in this game against these arms. And, 2 down, nobody on, got a good hitter up, but don't want it to take two hits to score this run. So if you got a base stealer, I think it's a chance you probably have to take at some point.
Haley did have a pickoff in the last game we called against DeSoto Central. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, right up in the numbers against Westmoreland.
So I'll put my name on a pick here. I think he's going to go here with 2 strikes. I think maybe even if I get thrown out, I'll bail Axton out and he gets another chance in the second.
Good pitch to run on. Flag blowing out of the north to right field. Swing, and that is going to be a foul tip. Walenzik was able to handle it. Would have been the 3rd out of the inning.
I'll say in today's game, from when we played, there's a lot more velocity in the game now.
No,
it's not close. And nobody factors in that there's a guy back there that has to catch that velocity, and
that's right.
That's not always easy.
Haley comes set. Runner on the move, and that pitch just missed, and Pena will have stolen base number 15.
Hey, quality at bat. Let's go, buddy.
So now Pena in scoring position. In a 1-2 count, that was off-speed pitch. Try to get him on the outside part of the plate. Alexander hold the runner close. Curveball upstairs.
Let's go, kid.
Two-two pitch, 2 outs. Swung on, fouled back.
Westmoreland has put on some size, a little more physical-looking kid than the last time I saw him. And, you know, it's always funny for me to talk about these guys bigger than me as kids, but he looks the part a little bit. Going to redo this 2-2 pitch here.
4.34 batting average for Westmoreland. Swing, that's fouled off. Straight down. Not sure Walenzik could handle that one or not. Westmoreland battling here. Top of the first inning, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second. Right down Broadway. For strike number 3 in the 3rd out, we head to the bottom of the first inning. Got no score. Stay with us.
For insurance you can trust, go with the home team at Farm Bureau Insurance in Olive Branch. We offer competitive rates and fast, friendly claims on auto, home, life, and more. Call 662-893-5250 today.
Visit cardinalsouth.com and let's get started.
Join us at East Point Church in Lewisburg, Sundays at 9 and 10:30. Visit eastpointdesoto.org for more information. Come and be a part of our community.
Looking for the perfect lawn? Southern Pride Sod in Byhalia, Mississippi grows top quality zoysia and Bermuda grass for all your residential and commercial needs. Call 901-494-7733 today to transform your space with lush green perfection.
Bottom of the first inning we go, and we'll take a look at the Lewisburg Patriot batting order here as Talon Haley will lead things off. Caden Nelson right behind him. Cooper Bierman, Grant Walenzik, Garrett Latham, Cade Sanders, Colson Alexander, Briley Tubbs, and Andrew Hendrowski. Defensively for Hernando, we'll take a look at them. We're going to have Donovan Dixon out in left field, Hudson Denley in center, Axton Westmoreland in right, Brandon Overstreet at third, Connor Young at short, Josh Pena at second base, Luke Romine at first. Behind the plate, Joe Akins. And on the mound for the Tigers will be Preston Johnson. Johnson, a 2.23 ERA, 1-1 record, 22 innings pitched, 16 strikeouts against 7 walks. So he's had a good season as well on the mound. Facing Talon Haley. Haley kind of does it all. Hitting .434. You look at the first 3 guys in Lewisburg's lineup, all over 400. Swing and a miss there. Evens the count now, 1 ball and a strike.
So definitely not, the same velocity, but that's a pretty good 2-seam fastball he showed right there. That's a lot of run for an Armside high school kid.
Kind of like a guy with his hat on a little bit crooked out there, swung on, fouled off.
He definitely has that left-handed hat on.
He's got the big C on the jersey. I guess he is the captain of this Tigers baseball team. Defense gets set. That pitch outside. Haley with 3 home runs leads the team in that regard. 29 runs scored, 23 hits, and 20 RBIs. Curveball hit right back at Johnson. He's going to walk it over to Romine and get the leadoff out. That's a big one. So ground ball right back at him. And now Caden Nelson to the plate. Nelson, he's a kid that does not strike out a lot. Hitting .436, leads the team in batting average, 20 stolen bases, 24 hits, 25 runs scored. He's a guy that can get things going for Lewisburg.
And you probably won't find a whole lot of defensive players as smooth or better than him.
He gets on the base, he's on the move. Had 4 stolen bases the other night against DeSoto Central. That pitch on the outside part of the plate, ball 1.
I think with these left-handed hitters you were talking about earlier, I think if he can find that outside part of the plate, that 2-seam, he can find some success with that tonight.
I agree. 1-0 pitch on the way, outside. He's staying out there. 2 balls and no strikes to Nelson. Got the eye black on there. You see 17 RBIs for the junior.
And give some credit to the hitter for being able to, it's off the plate, but it starts on it and being able to lay off. And that's a pretty good high school pitch and a pretty good high school hitter.
That one ran right over the inside part of the plate for strike 1. Gary Scott Gabbert coaching third base. Bryce Brock coaching first for Lewisburg. Tyler Scholl in his first season. Swung on, popped up, out in the center field as Denley will stand under it, make the catch. 2 quick outs here for Preston Johnson and the Tigers.
So you saw Asher again tonight, his little baseball team that I coach. There's some little brothers with Hernando.
Okay. Asher's gotten big, man.
Denley. Matter of fact, I used to coach Hudson, but now I coach Houston and Overstreet's little brothers out there. We have a good time.
Cooper Bierman, .429 batting average, 11 RBIs. Curveball in there. Swing and a miss. Bierman had the big 3-run home run against South Haven a couple of weeks ago. Broke that game open. That pitch on the outside part of the plate. He's mixing a couple of different pitches.
At any level it plays, but especially here, that he can make it go down in either direction. You can definitely win games.
1-1 in there for strike 2.
I don't think he's thrown a straight ball yet.
No. Johnson getting a signal from Akins. Trying to get the Tigers back to the dugout, and that pitch, wow. Not sure where that one missed at. It may have fooled the home plate umpire. That's TJ.
Benefit of the doubt I'll give him is I think Aiken wanted it up, and he was ready to get up, and then it went down, and I think surprised everybody.
TJ Davis, the home plate umpire. 2-2 pitch. That one's down. Now the count full. I mean, that was this far over the plate. I mean, it wasn't even a black.
Must have been in. Wasn't out.
Yeah. Wow. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Curveball just missed. He walked him, so both sides have put runner on via the walk. And now Grant Walenzik to the plate. Walenzik will hit with 2 outs and a runner on.
Speaking of physical-looking kid.
Yeah. 280 batting average. 14 hits for Walenzik. in that 4-hole. The junior right-hander. Bierman stands at first as Akins works out of the stretch for the first time. Pitch outside. Ball one. This game's kind of started off just like we thought it would. Pitching has been dominant. Throw over, not in time.
Yeah, the only trouble either arm has had is from themselves.
That's right.
With a walk.
2 home runs for the junior. Throw over again, not in time. Keeping Bierman honest at first base. Johnson comes set. Curveball downstairs, 2-0. Around 55 degrees here tonight. Not a cloud in the sky. 12 inches of rain last week.
For those wondering, not normal here.
There's a high pitch, pops straight up. Who's going to make the play? Pitcher Johnson says, I'll take it. And he does. That'll retire the Patriots. They leave a runner on. We head to the top of the second. Still no score. We'll be back momentarily. Stay with us.
For insurance you can trust, go with the home team at Farm Bureau Insurance in Olive Branch. We offer competitive rates and fast, friendly claims on auto, home, life, and more. Call 662-893-5250 today.
Visit cardinalsouth.com and let's get started.
Join us at East Point Church in Lewisburg, Sundays at 9 and 10:30. Visit eastpointdesoto.org for more information. Come and be a part of our community.
Looking for the perfect lawn? Southern Pride Sod in Byhalia, Mississippi grows top-quality zoysia and Bermuda grass for all your residential and commercial needs. Call 901-494-7733 today to transform your space with lush green perfection.
Overstreet Young Koska will be due up for the Tigers here at Albert Broadway Field. PanRight TV production. Josh Howout, the producer. Want to thank our camera operators tonight. I know Ewan over at third base and Jordan over at first base helping us out.
I would add to this before we get started back. This production is top notch. It's first class all the way.
Isn't it? I told you it was. It's Josh does a phenomenal job, and those of you that are sponsoring tonight, as you've seen during the commercial break, cannot do this without you guys. I appreciate it very much. Haley will work in the second inning. Gets a swing and a miss. Overstreet.
Speaking of little brothers, I said earlier, Brand Overstreet, his little brother plays for me, and when Brandon brings him to practice, I put him to work. He helps me out there with the little ones. Super kid.
Overstreet down in the count 0-2, 296 batting average for the sophomore. That pitch upstairs just missed. Haley, heavy dose of fastballs tonight. 1-2 pitch on the way. Curveball in there, strike three. Pulled the hammer, got him. As Overstreet goes down looking, now one out for Connor Young, the shortstop. Young hitting .311.
When you have to be ready to hit, 91, 94, I think is what I've been told tonight, that breaking ball is a tough one.
Yeah, agree. Pitch outside, got the strike.
There's the two-seamer, the little arm side run to a right-hander right there. That's the pitch I was wondering if he had right there.
No balls and a strike. Pitch up and in. Evens the count now to Connor Young. Young, a big fella. Over 6 foot tall there. As our camera operator Jordan getting a good close look there. 1-1 pitch. And that one off the glove of Walensik for a ball 2. I'm not sure, as a former catcher, if he catches that, is that a strike?
We like to think no, but probably.
Walensik giving the fastball away. And it's up and a swing and a miss.
Which leads to a little conversation, Mike, a little controversy in the baseball world of human umpires or not, because I like the human element of it.
Yeah.
But you also want to get the calls right. So what do you think about the system?
It's worked for 100 years. I don't know why you changed that pitch up. The count now running full. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Do you think we're a few years away from Lewisburg having the automated call ball strike system?
A few. 3-2 pitch, 1 out. That pitch got him. Rung him up on the outside part of the plate, and just like you called it, that fastball ran over the black. And the second strikeout looking this inning. And now Cade Costco, the designated hitter, having to make a wardrobe correction. Batting with the pink batting gloves. Got 4 home runs, leads the team in that category along with his 18 RBIs. Pitch upstairs for ball 1. 2 outs here in the top of the second inning.
I will say that with the pitching here tonight, this makes me more thankful to be in this part of the game now than out there having to be the one to hit it.
Swing and a miss. Took a little something off of that slider. Koska swimming right through it.
He's definitely shown the ability to mix that one pitch up a couple different ways.
Looked like the same pitch. He just lost it. Now 2 balls and a strike. Two one. He checked his swing. They're going to check him if he went. He did not. And now 3-1.
If I'm not mistaken, that's Jeff Hintz down there, first base umpire.
Yeah.
Long time guy.
Jeff went to Delta State when I was there. 3 balls, 1 strike. That pitch down, and he walked him. So the Hernando Tigers will put another runner on base via the walk. And now with 2 outs, the catcher Akins will come to the plate. Akins hitting 189 on the year, the senior.
Speaking of atmosphere in high school games and district and all, and one thing that you don't usually have to deal with in quote unquote club ball, travel ball, there's a student section on both sides tonight.
Yeah.
and they're not quiet.
They are not. Soto Central had that last week. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there by Talon Haley. We'll see what Koska does here. They did send Pena with 2 outs back in the first inning, got him in scoring position. Hernando failed to capitalize. The 0-1 pitch now on the way. That pitch just missed. Evens the count now, 1 ball and a strike. 3 umpires here tonight in district play. Haley comes set. Defense is set. That ball popped up on the infield right on the right side as Cade Sanders will camp under it and make the play, and that'll do it. 1 runner left on base. We head to the bottom of the second. Still no score. We'll be back right after this.
For insurance you can trust, go with the home team at Farm Bureau Insurance in Olive Branch. We offer competitive rates and fast, friendly claims on auto, home, life, and more. Call 662-893-5250 today.
Visit cardinalsouth.com and let's get started.
Join us at East Point Church in Lewisburg, Sundays at 9 and 10:30. Visit eastpointdesoto.org for more information. Come and be a part of our community.
Looking for the perfect lawn? Southern Pride Sod in Byhalia, Mississippi grows top quality zoysia and Bermuda grass for all your residential and commercial needs. Call 901-494-7733 today to transform your space with lush green perfection.
Garrett Latham, Cade Sanders, Colson Alexander will be due up here at Albert Broadway Field, home of the Lewisburg Patriots. Got softball going on tonight right behind us. We'll give you an update on that as we get information up here in the press box. Man, I really enjoyed calling softball. We didn't used to do that until Josh brought this production along, and man, it's a lot of fun calling the girls.
Oh, it's a fast pace, and Lewisburg has a pretty solid squad this year.
Playing Oxford High School, they're up 10-0 in the bottom of the third. Thank you, Shaker, for getting that real quick. Shaker coaching softball in his own right down at Magnolia Heights.
We do have a good time. Good group of girls. You know, I'm just trying to see if I can't mess them up too bad.
Well, I'm sure you do a fine job. So Garrett Latham will come to bat now. He's hitting .357, 12 RBIs, and .938 slugging percentage. Swung on, fouled off. Preston Johnson had a pretty efficient first inning. He did have the walk. Couple of pop-ups. Latham hitting from the left side. It looks at strike 2.
So that first pitch here to Latham was the one we've been kind of talking about finding for Johnson, two-seamer that Latham swings at it, just has to keep chasing it. Never could catch up to it going away from him there.
Swing and a miss. Got him on 3 pitches. That pitch ran right out and down. And Garrett Latham retired here to lead it off. Now Cade Sanders to the plate. That was a good look on instant replay there. That ball moving away from Latham. Johnson facing Sanders now. Swung on a ground ball. It's going to be a tough play. Romine handles it, throws over. And got him.
Thought a pretty good play there by Overstreet, and I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt of knowing his runner. Stayed pretty calm there, a little backhand, and shows a strong arm across there. But that's some of the best contact we've seen from her here tonight.
Yeah, I agree. 5-3 on the putout if you're scoring at home. Probably not, but wanted to remind you now 2 outs, Colson Alexander. And he looks at ball 1. Somehow I got my Romine's playing first base. Third base is Overstreet, and we'll save that So my bad. I missed that one.
So a little tidbit for you here with Alexander. When he was, I'm going to guess, 11-ish, he had a big-time hitting instructor at the Olive Branch Country Club is where he used to come see me. So if he hits a home run here, I'm going to take credit, if y'all don't mind.
Well, he's up in the count, 3 balls and no strikes here with 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning.
Hernando must know that he hit with me a little bit.
Yeah.
Going around him right here.
Yeah. Okay. 3-0 pitch in there for strike 1.
I tell you, I may over-talk about it, overhype it, but I'm impressed with this two-seam fastball that Johnson has here tonight.
That one actually started at the letters and came down into the zone.
Definitely has some depth.
3-1 pitch in there for strike 2, right on the outside part of the plate. He ran it right in there. A little Greg Maddux-like. Johnson, not big in stature out there. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Got him on the curveball down in the dirt. And a 1-2-3 inning for the Tigers. We head to the top of the third inning. Still no score. We'll be back in just a bit.
For insurance you can trust, go with the home team at Farm Bureau Insurance in Olive Branch. We offer competitive rates and fast, friendly claims on auto, home, life, and more. Call 662-893-5250 today.
Visit cardinalsouth.com and let's get started.
Join us at East Point Church in Lewisburg, Sundays at 9 and 10:30. Visit eastpointdesoto.org for more information. Come and be a part of our community.
Looking for the perfect lawn? Southern Pride Sod in Byhalia, Mississippi grows top-quality zoysia and Bermuda grass for all your residential and commercial needs. Call 901-494-7733 today to transform your space with lush green perfection.
Welcome back to Lewisburg High School. We got a battle brewing here between the Patriots and the Hernando Tigers. If you look at these two teams by the numbers, fairly equal all up and down except for that win-loss percentage and batting average. I know it's only a 20-point difference, but it could be huge going into tonight's game as Talon Haley will work the top of the third against the 9-hole hitter Donovan Dixon. Then back to the top of the order. One 1-0 pitch. He squares to bunt and looks at ball two as Bierman comes in charging. Haley 40 pitches, 21 strikes, 19 balls.
I think his start tonight may play a part into that bunt attempt there. You got to find a way to figure it out and crack this code.
That one busts the outside part of the plate. A 2-1 count to Dixon. Pitch in there for strike two. Hernando didn't like it. They thought it was low. Looked a little low here. But now the count runs 2-2. First base coach not happy down there. 2-2 in there. Just missed the inside part of the plate. There's that late slider I was talking about.
Talon wanted that call there.
Count now full, maybe a makeup call. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, got him. So he went with the fastball right down the middle, and the sixth strikeout for Talon Haley. And now back to the top of the order, Preston Johnson. Pitcher on pitcher duel.
And I've spoken numerous times. I know y'all get tired of hearing it probably from Johnson, but the last inning, Talon broke out his two-seamer, I thought, a little more than in the first. And it could be the action note, or it could be that's what he has command of tonight.
Yeah.
But it's been pretty good.
That fastball misses to Johnson upstairs. Johnson struck out looking his first time. Concession stand smoke blowing right up in here. Smells really good. There's a ground ball. Alexander better get rid of it. He does, as he just threw out a Speedy Johnson down the line. So just the second ball put in play.
Yeah, I think I would probably like to see Alexander either a little more hurry in the play or a little firmer throw.
Yeah, well,
it
looked like it was going to get on him quick, and it kind of died in that wet grass out there. Swing and a miss. The Josh Pena, who walked his last time up, got a stolen base. He was left stranded in the first. Game's moving along quick, just 38 minutes so far. Curveball in there, strike two. So 2 quick strikes with 2 outs here to Pena.
Coach Scott directing Bierman over there again. Another plus in the arsenal of Coach Scholl.
Fastball up, and they're going to appeal it, and he says no. Tyler fired up down there for Lewisburg. He thought he went. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Curveball upstairs, evens the count now. Good look there. It's Talon Haley on the mound. Shakes off the sign, 2-2. Curveball just missed. And Haley, he wanted that pitch. And TJ Davis hearing it from both sides tonight.
I'm not real sure Pena didn't start back to the dugout.
Yeah, that's a good replay there. Just missed the outside part of the plate. 3-2. There's a fastball, got him looking. And a 1-2-3 inning for Talon Haley. And the Patriots, we head to the bottom of the third. Still no score. We'll be back in just a minute.
For insurance you can trust, go with the home team at Farm Bureau Insurance in Olive Branch. We offer competitive rates and fast, friendly claims on auto, home, life, and more. Call 662-893-5250 today.
Visit cardinalsouth.com and let's get started.
Join us at East Point Church in Lewisburg, Sundays at 9 and 10:30. Visit eastpointdesoto.org for more information. Come and be a part of our community.
Looking for the perfect lawn? Southern Pride Sod in Byhalia, Mississippi grows top-quality zoysia and Bermuda grass for all your residential and commercial needs. Call 901-494-7733 today to transform your space with lush green perfection.
And welcome back. Patriot baseball here. Michael, we got a game going here.
Yeah, not a lot of action offensively, and the Patriots will send 8, 9, and 1 here in the bottom of the third inning.
Briley Tubbs, your left fielder.
That pitch just missed upstairs. Tubbs hitting .271 on the year. Fouled that one back. Johnson been impressive. 14 balls to 16 strikes. 31 pitch on the way. That pitch just missed. Wow. I'm not sure what's going on there. Pitch looked like a strike to me. 2-1. That ball's hit down the right field line. Westmoreland giving chase. It'll be fouled. Man, he was shaded over there in the gap against Tubbs. If that ball would have landed in fair territory, Tubbs may be standing with third base, a leadoff triple. Instead, it's a foul ball and a 2-2 count.
Tubbs, the younger brother of a pretty talented softball player. Played at Lewisburg. Madeline Tubbs went on to Central Baptist in Arkansas. Good player.
Well, the
Strong.
Tubbs family, I went to high school with their dad, Sean Tubbs. He was a heck of an athlete as well. Not sure what's going on here as Coach Taylor Carr came out to talk with his catcher and gave the home plate umpire an earful as he was out there, probably for missing that pitch I thought was a strike. And we just lost the scoreboard power. But we got it right here, 2-2 pitch.
If you're tuned in, you got it. Yeah, I won't say there's been two different strike zones. I thought he's been pretty solid tonight behind the plate, but there have been. I'll say Hernando's been on the downside of a few close ones.
Well, Johnson gets Tubbs swinging there on the 2-2 pitch. Now 1 out. And we go to the top of the order. Oh, I'm sorry, Andrew Hendrowski will be the hitter. Hendrowski, the center fielder, got a lot of speed, 245 batting average, 9 RBIs.
He'll throw you off. In high school, Talon's DHing for himself.
Yeah, swing and a miss there. Johnson. Looking pretty good out there on the mound. Swung on. That's fouled off Androwski's foot. And Johnson ahead in this count.
You touched on Johnson's ball to strike ratio tonight, and I feel the first inning, take that out, and he's kind of settled in.
Agree.
Late in the first and then through the second, and definitely finding that strike zone, especially with that two-seamer.
0-2 pitch on the way. Pitch outside, just missed. As Aiken set up out there. Not able to get Hendrowski to move on it. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, hit hard to the shortstop. He blocks it up, makes the throw, and he's not going to throw him out. I told you about the speed Hendrowski had, and the shortstop, Connor Young, took it off the chest, not able to make the play. We see how they score it. I'm going to give it an E6.
I think we got to go E6. I tell you what, Hendrowski showed off. That's borderline Michael Plumlee in his prime speed.
I don't know about that.
You hit it as far as you did, you'd have to be real fast. A lot of home runs and coasting doubles.
Yeah, they scored it as a hit on the scoreboard, but, I mean, it bounced right off the shortstop's chest. I'm not sure how they – I guess I'm going to have to give him a hit as well.
I'm going to be the bad guy. That. I'm not changing it in my book.
Talon Haley will bat now and in a 1-0 count with a runner at first base. Johnson working out of the stretch here in the bottom of the third with just 1 out. He's on the move, swung on, popped up, hit and run in order. Bryce Brock. He wanted Haley put it in play. He knew that his runner, Hendrowski, got a fantastic jump over there.
Brought up Tubbs' sister Madeline. Just got a text there in St. Louis. She's a senior now at Central Baptist playing. She's had a pretty good week. So saying hello. She's tuning in to you, Michael.
Hello, Madeline. Tubbs full of athletes. Congratulations on the big win. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And Hendrowski almost got picked off there, and he's back safely. He was leaning, Shaker.
he was trying to jump it. And I felt he had his timing down and was going to jump the pitch, and Johnson held a little split second longer than normal and about got him. It goes back, if you're a running team and you do things, and I haven't watched enough games this year to know if that's what they live and die by, but in the past we've definitely been running as he drives one to the left.
And right to Donovan Dixon. He only made a couple of steps and made the play. Talon hit it hard, but it'll be out number 2. Out with 2 outs and a runner on. Caden Nelson will come to the plate. Nelson 0 for 1 in the game. He flied out his last time up.
To finish that thought, though, if you are going to jump counts and jump pitches and things like that, it's going to bite you sometimes. You just take the overall, hope you stay in the black.
Yeah, I don't really like the base running technique that the Patriots are using here with the jumping and whatnot. It's a good way to get picked off, in my opinion. Get a good lead, get a good secondary, and if you're going, keep your weight on the balls of your feet. 1 ball, no strikes. Caden Nelson, tough out. We'll put it in play. Swung on, and there you go. Base hit into left field, the second hit of the inning, rather. And the Patriots have something brewing here with 2 outs. He went with that outside fastball, as good hitters do.
So let's go back in this inning. Hinchahosky has the big jump.
Yeah.
Talon fouls the ball off, has to come back. If he is at second there, do we score? Is that enough to score a run right there if you're jumping it with 2 outs?
In a no-run game, I'm sending him home.
For sure.
And I think Hinchahosky's got the speed, especially with 2 outs. He's going to be on the move. Now runners at first and second for Cooper Bierman. 0 for 0 in the game. He walked his last time up, left stranded in the first. That pitch in there for strike 1.
For any young player watching tonight or keeping up, that's the game of baseball right there. We think strikeouts and doubles, but it's moving guys and scoring runs when you get the chance. Being at second base as much as you can.
In a game like tonight where offense is at a premium, you got to be able to manufacture runs. Which team is going to be able to do it? Right now, the Patriots threatening here with 2 outs and a runner at first base, and at second is Hinchahosky. Bierman hitting .429 on the year. That fastball just missed as well. Now 2 balls and a strike. That was a good run right over the middle of the plate.
So I was just thinking the pitch before that breaking ball he threw, that kind of sweeper. 2 guys kind of totally different repertoires, but showing effectiveness and how to win in this game.
2-1 pocket straight up. Could be a play made by Akins, and he's going to run out of room as that ball just went out of play right over that Hernando dugout.
Talk about Haley's late break on that slider. Johnson gets a little earlier break, but it doesn't stop. It just keeps running away. And sometimes it's detrimental. You get guys that chase it and they can't catch up, but it doesn't stay in the zone all the time.
Big pitch here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. 2 men on in a 2-2 count. Bierman facing Johnson. Who's going to win the battle? Outfield playing straight away. Swung on, and that's hit foul. Right down the third base line, as a couple of Patriots will give chase to it.
Had a race for a little while. I think one gave up.
Yeah. It's chilly tonight. It's got to be probably 50 degrees, maybe high 40s.
It's cool enough that I'm glad we're in these walls.
Yes. 2-2 runners are on the move. A swing and a miss, and Johnson gets them. So the Patriots leave the 2 hits stranded. We head to the top of the 4th, still no score. We got a tight one, folks. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a minute.
For insurance you can trust, go with the home team at Farm Bureau Insurance in Olive Branch. We offer competitive rates and fast, friendly claims on auto, home, life, and more. Call 662-893-5250 today.
Visit cardinalsouth.com and let's get started.
Join us at East Point Church in Lewisburg, Sundays at 9 and 10:30. Visit eastpointdesoto.org for more information. Come and be a part of our community.
Looking for the perfect lawn? Southern Pride Sod in Byhalia, Mississippi grows top quality zoysia and Bermuda grass for all your residential and commercial needs. Call 901-494-7733 today to transform your space with lush green perfection.
Two.
Top of the 4th inning we go, and a no-score game. Big rivalry tonight, as this game's moving quite along at a pretty quick pace, Shaker. 7 innings is standard for play. If we don't get any more offense, we could see some extra baseball tonight, but it's too early to tell. As Luke Robine, Axton Westmoreland, that middle of the Hernando lineup, Brandon Overstreet will be the batters that Talon Haley will have to face.
You know, and I would say starting, well, all of them, but with Luke Romine here, struck out his first at bat, and this stretch probably needs to be productive for them to have success.
Agree. And you're at the second time around, so you're kind of saw Lewisburg put the ball in play in their second time around. Here's a big swing and a miss on that outside part of the plate, that late slider there. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Haley gets set. And strike 3 called. Got the breaking pitch in there. And Romine will head back to the dugout. A couple of scores for you across the district. In baseball, Oxford ahead over Horn Lake 1-0. And in softball, big district game tonight, DeSoto Central versus Hernando. DC gets the win 2-0. Big one there.
If I'm not mistaken, is that Hernando's first loss in softball this year? First loss.
Wow. And DC's got some players, man. I watched them the other night.
Coach Bumpus does a good job, energetic, gets after it. And then same thing in her dugout. She has David Smock, who's been doing it for a long time.
Yeah. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Pitch upstairs for ball 1 to Westmoreland. Westmoreland struck out looking his first time up. There's a ground ball to Bierman. He fields it, throws it, gets the out. 5-3 put out for the second out in the inning. 7 strikeouts for Talon Haley tonight. One of the few balls put in play off of him, but Bierman able to handle it. Now Overstreet to the plate. He struck out looking his first time up as well. Big kid, third baseman for the Hernando Tigers. Pitch up and away for ball 1.
Notice Overstreet uses that kind of leg hang as his trigger. And when you got a guy that throws this hard with that breaking ball, that's a tough ask if you're not perfect.
Curveball in there for strike one. It looks like Talon is getting the off-speed pitch over for strike a little bit more than he was earlier in the game. 1-1 pitch. And that just missed. Right on the outside part of the plate. Two balls and a strike to Overstreet. Swung on, fouled off.
I know if you ask each side on any particular pitch, they would disagree, but I thought for the game this big and pitchers that we have here, I thought the umpire's done a pretty good job tonight.
Yeah, he may have missed a few, but you're going to in high school. The 2-2 pitch swung on, hit hard foul.
It goes back to that, you know, I like the human element of it.
Is that Mark Tatko over at third base? Third base umpire? Could be.
Could be. I can barely read the scoreboard out there. My eyes have gotten so bad, but I think it might be. Speaking of eyes bad and age, all the players tonight, I feel they should still be 12 playing Snowden.
Right. 2-2 pitch, and he got him right on the outside part of the plate. Overstreet didn't like it. But that'll be a 1-2-3 inning for Talon Haley and the Patriots. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Still no score. We'll be back in just a minute.
For insurance you can trust, go with the home team at Farm Bureau Insurance in Olive Branch. We offer competitive rates and fast, friendly claims on auto, home, life, and more. Call 662-893-5250 today.
Visit cardinalsouth.com and let's get started.
Join us at East Point Church in Lewisburg, Sundays at 9 and 10:30. Visit eastpointdesoto.org for more information. Come and be a part of our community.
Looking for the perfect lawn? Southern Pride Sod in Byhalia, Mississippi grows top quality zoysia and Bermuda grass for all your residential and commercial needs. Call 901-494-7733 today to transform your space with lush green perfection.
Welcome back. Hernando Tigers visiting the Lewisburg Patriots in a 0-0 game here as we go to the bottom of the fourth. It's going to be 4-5-6 for the Patriots when Linzick, Latham, Sanders.
Yeah, well, Linzick 0 for 1 in the game. He flew out his last time up, and he gets that one pretty hard down the left field line. It's going to be a base hit, and the leadoff man is going to be staying put at first base. Took a big turn, thought he had a chance to get to second base. The first pitch hit.
I thought Hernando was going to have a chance to throw behind him right there, but Roman bailed out. I'm not sure if that was something they work on or.
Now runner at first base. First time the leadoff man has reached tonight for either side. Preston Johnson will work out of the stretch. He'll face Garrett Latham with Walenzik at first. Looks like they had a pinch runner, and he's on the move. Swing and a miss. There's a good throw to second base. They got him. What a throw by Akins as Latham did not put the ball in play. Swung right through it.
I think that was miss hit and run or.
Yeah, definitely a miss hit and run.
Looks like it. Coach Scott looks happy.
Yeah. Good throw by Akins. An 0-1 count to Latham. That pitch outside evens the count. Now we got one out. So you get the leadoff man on the first pitch. He's thrown out at second base. That was a big out for Hernando. 1-1 pitch, swung on, fouled off.
As a former catcher, that's our biggest play. Like that right there, a big run, get a chance to throw him out and do that. That's about as exciting as it gets for us right there.
It was a perfect throw and a ball right down the middle of the plate as well. 1-2 pitch on the way to Latham. 0 for 1 in the game, swung on, fouled off.
And to make the throw even, add to it, I felt the runner got a pretty decent jump. And he's the courtesy runner, so I assume he can run a little.
Yeah.
And he just beat it. They can just beat it.
Agree. Not sure who that courtesy runner was. We'll try to get it for you. 1-2 pitch, grounder right back to Johnson. They're going to say foul ball. And Coach Taylor Carr is giving home plate umpire T.J. Davis an earful, but I think it was the right call. It took a funny hop out of that batter's area.
I'm going to bet if it was swinging bunt down the line and he beat it out, he would not have minded.
Right.
The foul ball.
Well, that one was right back to Johnson. He fielded it clean. 1-2 pitch on the way, swung on. There's a ball hit out to center field, and Denley will camp under it. Well hit, but right at him. And now 2 outs.
One thing I'll give both these coaches, and Coach Carr maybe a little more, but they're definitely fiery, energetic, a lot of energy guys.
And they're young. They're young. They want to win. They want to set the precedence in their school as being the best team in the district. Lewisburg ranked 3rd in the state. Hernando 34th. There's a swing and a miss. Cade Sanders 0 for 1 in the game. He grounded out his last time up. Pitch in there for strike 2. Ran it right over the outside part of the plate.
There's that two-seamer. I think Aiken may have given a little hand there.
Yeah.
But again, that's that pitch, man. It's tough, and he does a good job with it.
Preston Johnson impressive on the mound so far. He had a tough job to do tonight. The 0-2 pitch upstairs. Sanders lays off of it. Now the count runs 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
People that know me have definitely heard me say this before, but when I was in high school, there was a lot of flat 78.
Swing and a miss. Johnson, doesn't matter how hard you throw it. If you're effective like he has been tonight, it's going to be tough going. Patriots get the leadoff man on, but he's caught stealing. And we go to the top of the 5th inning. Still no score. Stay with us.
For insurance you can trust, go with the home team at Farm Bureau Insurance in Olive Branch. We offer competitive rates and fast, friendly claims on auto, home, life, and more. Call 662-893-5250 today.
Visit cardinalsouth.com and let's get started.
Join us at East Point Church in Lewisburg, Sundays at 9 and 10:30. Visit eastpointdesoto.org for more information. Come and be a part of our community.
Looking for the perfect lawn? Southern Pride Sod in Byhalia, Mississippi grows top-quality zoysia and Bermuda grass for all your residential and commercial needs. Call 901-494-7733 today to transform your space with lush green perfection.
Shaker, we got a ball game of brewing here. No score here in the top of the 5th inning as The Tigers will send up 6, 7, and 8. Young, Koska, Akins.
We talked about it in the pregame of what this game was built to be, and it's exactly what you called.
Here's a ball lifted out into right field as Latham will give chase and make the play. So first pitch swinging for Connor Young, and it's a 1-pitch, 1 out for the Patriots.
I think we have a new leader in best contact of the night.
On Hernando's side for sure.
Which I guess is kind of what you're playing for, you know. Who can find a way to square this up.
Koska now will hit with 1 out. He walked his first time up tonight. Haley delivers a curveball outside. Haley with 9 strikeouts tonight. Through 4 innings, 4 1/3. That pitch in there for strike 1. You know, the other games that we've called with Talon on the mound, he's been coming out of the game after the 5th inning, but that's only because the Patriots had a pretty good lead. I imagine Scholl's probably going to leave him in.
I don't know what his pitch count is, but like we've talked about, the last few innings seem to have settled in and it's kept it down, and I assume there's plenty in the tank to go 7. So 69 right there.
Pitch 70 just missed. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Koska.
Yeah, so a chance to get through 5 75 to 80 pitches.
Yeah.
I think you got to keep going if you haven't scored, for sure.
2-2 pitch just missed, and now the count runs full. Not somebody you want to put on base, as Koska does have wheels. Defense sits back. 3-2 pitch just missed. He does walk him. 1 out walk to Koska. He'll be at first base with 1 out. And now the catcher, Joe Akins, 0 for 1. He flew out his last time up. And this is where these guys have seen, you know, Haley one time through the lineup, and they're hitting for the second time. They put the bat on the ball these last 2 innings.
When Young came up, hit the first pitch, and I was interested to see if that may be the approach they take. Like, let's go early, and don't know if that's why, but, you know, the first pitch to the second guy was a breaking ball, so Scholl maybe having the same idea, but Koska gets his second walk.
And that pitch in there for strike 1. Bierman was about 5 paces from the hitter when that pitch was thrown, as Aiken did square around a bunt. Patriots, Lady Patriots softball team up 15-0 against Oxford. Game's over. That pitch just missed. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Lewisburg faithful not happy with that call, but it was the right one. First time I've seen this on a cold night, but if you look down the right field line, they put up a bubble tent, and you got fans sitting in there. That's interesting. 1-1 pitch on the way in there for strike 2.
I'm going to go no comment, plead the 5th.
I mean, that's a great setup on a cold night like tonight. Get your Mr. Buddy heater in there and keep all the wind off of you.
It's a little cool tonight, but I don't know if is it that cold out there as I sit in this heated box?
Oh, he's got him picked off, and he can't handle the throw. Haley made a bad throw, and that ball's going to get all the way down the right field line, and Koska is going to stand at third base. So he had him picked off, and he made a low throw, and Sanders couldn't dig it out of the dirt. And the Tigers have something brewing here with 1 out.
Yeah, you talk about how do we crack the code to this arm and be on base. That's how you do it. And now they have 1 out, so they get 2 chances to score this run. So that brings back pressure on as the infield's in. So anything crisp is going to be hard to get to. Pressure on with Linzick. A lot of things.
Yeah.
Pressure on Talon to throw strike.
The 1-2 pitch on the way, and it's going to be a curveball, strike 2. And Talon Haley will get the second out. That was a big strikeout shaker.
Put him in a big spot, makes a big pitch.
Now Donovan Dixon with 2 outs and a runner at third base. Dixon 0 for 1. He struck out swinging his first time up. Boy, that was a big pitch there from Talon Haley. After making the error, that pitch in the dirt.
So the throwing a big runner out at second, like I said, is the catcher's delight. That's 59-foot, 90-mile-an-hour fastball is the nemesis.
10 strikeouts for Talon Haley tonight. 1-0 pitch. He tried to bunt. That pitch just missed. 2 balls and no strikes.
Coach Scholl wants the attempt call.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't have to pull his bat back. I mean, if he makes an attempt, and the crowd getting chippy with each other tonight.
We talk about these fiery young coaches. None are fierier, if that's a word, than Coach Gary Scott Gabbert.
Yeah, and Jeff Hintz, the first base umpire, is wanting to throw out one of the coaches for Lewisburg, and he may be pointing at Coach Gary Scott Gabbert. Not sure here, as you can see a good close-up, good job by our camera operator, Ewan, getting the conversation there between head coach Tyler Scholl and home plate umpire TJ Davis.
This view right here just puts y'all over the top in production.
Jeff Hintz is telling the home plate umpire that he wants him Nobody left the dugout that I could see. And a 2-0 count. Had the bunt out there and looks at strike 1. And now Hernando not happy.
And that goes back just the size of the game, the atmosphere, close play. Now there's some stress in there. It's the first time there's been stress.
Agree.
And brings it out of you as a coach.
2-1 pitch, curveball in there for strike 2. Now the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, runner at third base. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Big pitch for both teams. Fastball, he tried to put a little extra on it. He almost fell down on the mound, did Talon. Now 3-2 pitch.
And another thing that adds to the anxiety here, 9-hole, if we walk him here, it flips the order.
Haley going to go out of the windup here. Full count. Looks at the runner. Curveball. It's going to be a slow roller. It's going to be a tough play by Alexander. And he's not going to be able to make the play. An infield hit. First one of the night for Hernando. And the big throw in there is going to come back to cost Lewisburg here. It's 1-0 Hernando. So a slow chopper right off the handle. Alexander did everything he could to make the play, but Donovan Dixon delivers.
And now being at the top of the order, Dixon shows right there he can run a little bit, and he doesn't go in the stretch.
Yeah, and Dixon takes second base pretty easy. Talon kind of lost where he was at out there, went out of the windup, and Dixon just took off. Preston Johnson at the plate. Now runner at second base with 2 outs. That pitch in there for strike 1. They evens the count now. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And a little bit that I've been able to keep up with around town in baseball lately, one thing Hernando does, you may beat them in some aspects, but they're always going to keep the pressure on you. They're going to fight. They're going to grind.
They're showing it tonight, getting it from both sides of the ball. That pitch misses. 2 balls and a strike. Talon up to 85 pitches. So they've worked him this inning.
And that quickly we go from talking about pitch count down, can we finish it, to another 15 pitches.
Right. 2-1 pitch to Preston Johnson in there for strike 2. Johnson 0 for 2 in the game. Struck out looking in the ground out.
My time here with Coach Cagle, pretty calm guy all the time. Probably wouldn't even notice all that excitement.
Runner on the move. There's going to be another ball hit right up the middle. And what a nice piece of hitting and base running by the Hernando Tigers as they take a 2-0 lead on the base hit by Johnson. So Dixon was on the move and a ground ball up the middle, base hit. Hit them where they're not, right, Shager?
Hit them where they ain't. 60% of the time, it works every time. So a walk, an infield hit, and then just putting pressure on two-fisted ground balls, basically.
Well, it was 1 out with a runner at first. He had him picked off, makes a bad throw, and a runner gets to third base. Then 2 hits and good base running by Hernando has now opened up a 2-0 lead. And head coach Tyler Scholl out to talk to Talon Haley and Grant Walensik. And I'm not sure what the conversation was about, but I'm willing to bet is, hey, we're still the home team here. It is 2-0. This is a big inning for them. Let's play baseball the way that we know how to play. And let's get back to swinging the bats.
And that's the thing great teams figure out how to do is just, minimize the inning. You have a rough inning, now you got to find a way to just minimize it. And because right now it's not an easy task, but you don't have to find 2 right now. You definitely don't want to have to find 3 tonight, I don't think.
Josh Pena at the plate, 0 for 1 in the game. Got a walk and struck out looking his last time up.
So now let's flip the script. The question we were asking a while ago, I don't know how many complete games Johnson has, but it's been a long break this inning.
Yeah.
Can he go finish it?
Well, he was lifted for a pinch runner as Pena shows bunt. And that pitch upstairs, 2-0. Pena's done that pretty much every time he's been at the plate. He's ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes as Haley works out of the stretch here with 2 outs. In there for strike 1 as Cooper Bierman was on the charge from third base. He'll play in on the grass at third base, infield back in the middle. Sanders holding the runner on at first. 2-1 pitch. Runner on the move, down in the dirt, Walensik with a throw. Got him. What a throw and what a tag by Caden Nelson. So the Patriots get out of it, but not before 2 hits and 2 runs. The Hernando Tigers on top 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. We'll be back in just a bit.
For insurance you can trust, go with the home team at Farm Bureau Insurance in Olive Branch. We offer competitive rates and fast, friendly claims on auto, home, life, and more. Call 662-893-5250 today.
Visit cardinalsouth.com and let's get started.
Join us at East Point Church in Lewisburg, Sundays at 9 and 10:30. Visit eastpointdesoto.org for more information. Come and be a part of our community.
Looking for the perfect lawn? Southern Pride Sod in Byhalia, Mississippi grows top-quality zoysia and Bermuda grass for all your residential and commercial needs. Call 901-494-7733 today to transform your space with lush green perfection.
Well, big inning by Hernando as they're up 2-0, and Lewisburg with a chance to answer here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Preston Johnson still on the hill for Hernando. He's been effective so far, just 3 hits. That ball lifted high in the left field as Dixon will camp under it and make the play. That was Colson Alexander at the plate. If you look at our upcoming schedule for baseball, Lewisburg at Hernando this Friday in a rematch of tonight's game, and then Arlington next Thursday, April 17th, and then the playoffs begin. So we're not that far away, are we, Shaker?
Not that far away. This season, as you know, at the end of every season, you think, man, it flew by as we sent another ball to deep right on the run.
Yep, and Westmoreland will chase it down and make the play. 2 outs now, 2 quick outs for Preston Johnson and the Tigers. That was Briley Tubbs.
But yeah, getting back to your point, 2 outs, nobody on here, trying to find a way to scratch 1 run if you can, flip this order and get to second base. But playoffs right on top of us, huh?
Yeah. They are. It's hard to believe. Seems like we just got the season started, and Hendrowski will foul that one away. Preston Johnson really effective tonight. Just 62 pitches thrown so far in 5 2/3 innings as we're in the top or bottom of the, 4 2/3 inning as we're in the bottom of the 5th. Pitch in there for strike 2. Hendrowski was probably told, hey, take until you get 2 strikes or something.
Yeah, they blew through this inning so far.
Just 4 pitches thrown so far for Johnson. There's a swing and a miss. He gets out of it with just 5 pitches. And we head to the top of the 6th inning. Hernando up 2-0. Good pitch there, right on the outside part of the plate. We'll be back in just a bit.
For insurance you can trust, go with the home team at Farm Bureau Insurance in Olive Branch. We offer competitive rates and fast, friendly claims on auto, home, life, and more. Call 662-893-5250 today.
Visit cardinalsouth.com and let's get started.
Join us at East Point Church in Lewisburg, Sundays at 9 and 10:30. Visit eastpointdesoto.org for more information. Come and be a part of our community.
Looking for the perfect lawn? Southern Pride Sod in Byhalia, Mississippi grows top-quality zoysia and Bermuda grass for all your residential and commercial needs. Call 901-494-7733 today to transform your space with lush green perfection.
Well, we go to the top of the 6th inning, folks. 2-0 score. Hernando on top. The new pitcher for the Lewisburg Patriots be the right-hander, number 27, Brady Rogers. 3-0 record, 3.59 ERA, 20 strikes to 8 walks in just 13.2 innings pitched. He'll face Josh Pena, who was at the plate when the last out was recorded for Hernando back in the 5th. He'll be followed up by Luke Romine and Axton Westmoreland.
Switch hitting Pena here. Right-hander comes in, moves him to the left side. He's going to get hit off the ground.
Yeah, that ball hit the dirt, bounced up and hit Pena. So a hit by pitch, first one issued tonight by either team. And the leadoff man on for the Tigers of Hernando. And that could be big as Luke Romine 0 for 2 in the game, 2 strikeouts, stands in. But that was against Haley. He's facing a right-hander Rogers now. Pitch upstairs.
Just for the simple fact of lefty on lefty, I'm going to bet Romine feels a little more comfortable right now.
Yeah, that pitch up and away. Haley on the night. 5 innings pitched, 19 batters faced, 39 balls, 52 strikes. Did give up the 2 earned runs. And he stands as the pitcher of record for Lewisburg. He did have 10 strikeouts to 3 walks. Only gave up the 2 hits, but they were big ones.
Crazy game this baseball is.
Yes, it is. Rogers now getting a visit from Walenzik as he falls behind in the count. 2 balls and no strikes. Maybe the biggest game that Rogers has pitched in thus far. It's certainly a big game tonight.
You know, and bring it up again, and a lot of these guys on each team play either together or against each other in the summer. You know, and there's a lot of talent at the places these guys go, and they face big arms and all, but they don't do it with hundreds of people in the stands. Yeah. You know, student section calling at you.
Agree.
Pressure definitely much bigger here.
2-0 pitch behind the batter, Romine. And now 3-0. He's in danger of putting both runners on. 3-0 pitch on the way, and that pitch way outside. He walked him. Now runners at first and second, nobody out. Anybody else in that Patriot pen? It looks like there is a little bit of activity down there, but Hernando in a big inning.
You touched on it in the last half inning. Not only was it a 2-run scored and much of excitement, but when Hernando went back out in the field, 5 pitches, they're back in the dugout hitting again.
Yeah. I mean, the momentum's certainly on their side right now, and they've got even more with runners on, nobody out for Axe Westmoreland. 0 for 2 in the game. Rogers looks the runner at second and delivers ball in the dirt. 5 straight balls. 6 if you count the hit by pitch. Rogers just needs to settle in right here. Try to get the old pitcher's best friend ground ball double play. That'd help things out. Pitch up and away. 2 balls and no strikes to Westmoreland. Overstreet on deck as Bierman will come and chat with Brady Rogers. What do you think the third baseman's telling him?
You know, just trying to slow him down probably a little bit, calm his nerves, let him know, hey, look, we're out here. Let him put it in play. We got you.
Yeah.
Just make him feel a little more comfortable. And look, we all know there's no more lonelier place than the pitcher's mound.
I agree.
Especially when it's not going well.
3-0 pitch, he did. He got it right in there for strike one. Two balls and a strike now.
Again, go back to you have to find a way to minimize this inning. I'm not saying you can't get out of it, but not giving up a run is going to be tough. Don't give up two. Work to get this ground ball, like you said, the kind of pitcher's best friend, and give yourself a chance right here.
That pitch in there for strike two evens the count now. So
Or
whatever
strike 'em out.
Bierman said.
Yeah, or just strike them out. Sometimes, you got to go out there and put that pitching dust on them a little bit.
Yeah. Hernando giving the old Texas A&M ball count. I'm sure that played into that. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch in there. No, outside as it just missed. Full count now. Westmoreland.
That's one that, maybe a ball, but if he would have called it a strike, I don't think either side would have been too upset.
3-2 pitch got him swinging. Big out there for Brady Rogers and the Patriots. A much-needed out comes via the strikeout. And now Brandon Overstreet 0 for 2 in the game. Struck out looking both times tonight. Will come to the plate with the runners at first and second, 1 out.
And I'm sure Coach Carr's, like to have that at bat back, and even if we don't do anything, make it the worst thing, we move the runners over. You're out, but you got to move.
I agree. I didn't understand why they weren't bunting there. There's a ball hit well into left field. It's hooking foul, and it is foul. A good play by Briley Tubbs. He's not able to make it, but he laid out for it, and it just hit foul. Good work by our camera operator in tracking that ball down the left field line. It looks like Rogers has kind of settled in after getting that strikeout.
Maybe Bierman has a future in pitching coach. And go back to that play. That's a long way to run, dive, and if he catches it, if Hernando got a runner to third right there, now we tag, now we're up 3, just keep adding pressure. But
right
now, Patriots still have a chance to get this ground ball right here.
Pitch downstairs, evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, I know you're Westmoreland, going back to that earlier bat, he's your 4-hole hitter, but in a situation like tonight, unless he just can't bunt, you gotta move the runners over some kind of way, especially with nobody out. 1-1 pitch, runner on the move, swing and a miss, and Walenzik didn't even attempt to make a throw. Not sure if he was caught off guard or what, but Pena's going to get the stolen base.
And he's been trying to time him up for a couple pitches now and felt confident when they did it. And yeah, I thought we had a chance to throw him out there.
Now running just 90 feet away. And the runner, Romine, stayed at first base.
So now we didn't get the throw off, and even if he steals it, whatever, but first and third, that brings in all kinds of new plays and things you have to be ready for.
Or ground ball double play. That's what Rogers needs right now. 1-2 pitch. Fastball, and Romine will go to second base, no throw.
Showed a little delayed steal there as the base umpires shift over to their new positions.
Now Rogers will work out of the windup. 2-2 count, runners at second and third, 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Hernando already up 2-0. Pitch downstairs, and now the count full. So count's full, base open, nothing good to hit. Maybe get him to chase. You do need an out.
So 5-hole hitter, he's shown some power. You need an out. You have a base open. He has struck out looking twice, so,
Yeah.
I'd say hope he fishes for something, and that gets away, and that's huge.
Yeah, it's going to be a wild pitch.
He's going to keep going to second.
And nobody's going to even try to throw him out at second base, and things falling apart here for the Patriots. So Pena's going to reach home on a wild pitch. And the batter, Romine's going to take third on the wild pitch. And Overstreet's going to go to second on the same one. So now runners at second and third, and the batter is Connor Young. Swing and a miss, infield in.
Three runs with 6 outs to go for your Patriots. That's a big task now.
Right.
Trying to put ourselves in a little hole, and that's if we don't give up any more. With only 1 out, second and third.
That's right.
Got to find a way to minimize this inning.
Timeout by Connor Young as Rogers getting his signals, putting a lot of pressure on that Patriot defense. That pitch in the dirt, good block by Walenzik. Evens the count now, 1 ball and a strike. And I know Coach Tyler Scholl is extremely frustrated right now. That pitch misses for ball 2.
It's just been a game of so many little things. Again, no doubles in the gap, no big hits, except the infield ones that squeak through. That Hernando found a way to get somebody at third base, put the ball in play.
3-1 count to Connor Young. Do have a base open over there. The infield in on the grass. 3-1 pitch, swung on, fouled off.
Have a base, but now your choice is throw to Connor Young or load it up for Cade Koska, who's the team leader in home runs and RBIs.
Right.
That's a pretty good 7-hole to be your home run RBI leader.
4 home runs for Koska. He stands on deck. 3-2 pitch way up and out. He does walk him, and Koska does come to the plate with the bases loaded.
One worry if I was Coach Scholl here is, and I know he's been your guy as he goes out to talk to Rogers here, and he's been your guy, from what I understand all year. Had a good year. Nobody's great every day, but he's not close to the zone.
No, he's not. He did get the big strikeout. And now Coach Tyler Scholl will head out to talk to the right-hander.
He should have just told Bierman to go talk to him again.
He is going to make the call to the bullpen, and he is bringing in the lefty as Brady Rogers exits. And looks like Dayton Tedder will be your new pitcher. We'll be back. We'll take the break with them. We'll give you the stats on Tedder. We'll be back.
For insurance you can trust, go with the home team at Farm Bureau Insurance in Olive Branch. We offer competitive rates and fast, friendly claims on auto, home, life, and more. Call 662-893-5250 today.
Visit cardinalsouth.com and let's get started.
Join us at East Point Church in Lewisburg, Sundays at 9 and 10:30. Visit eastpointdesoto.org for more information. Come and be a part of our community.
Looking for the perfect lawn? Southern Pride Sod in Byhalia, Mississippi grows top-quality zoysia and Bermuda grass for all your residential and commercial needs. Call 901-494-7733 today to transform your space with lush green perfection.
Dayton Tedder will be the new pitcher for the Lewisburg Patriots. 1-0 record, 4.9 ERA, 15 strikes to 7 walks in 10 innings pitched. Lefty making a lot of relief appearances, but none bigger than tonight.
If I'm not mistaken, that's Tana Tedder's son who's come big-time hoop star at Horn Lake back in the day.
I didn't even know Horn Lake had basketball.
Uniforms and everything. It's great.
Oh, wow. I know they had a good baseball team.
I'm going to guess she was, well, I won't tell you what class she was. She might not want anybody to know that.
Well, Hernando's got things brewing tonight in a big district game. Hernando 6-2 is second place in the district. Lewisburg sitting in that number one spot, 5-1 record. 16-4 overall record for the Patriots. Hernando 15-8-1.
So if my Horn Lake math holds up tonight, if Hernando hangs on, that ties them at the top. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Miss McBroom would be proud.
Dayton Tedder will face Casca here with the bases loaded. Working out of the windup. Infield at double play depth, in on the corners. That pitch is going to it's going to hit Casca right on the foot, and it's 4-0 Hernando.
That's his third free pass tonight.
Hernando 4 runs on just 2 hits. 2 runs have come in this inning, and they haven't gotten a hit yet. Now Joe Akins, the catcher, bases loaded. That pitch upstairs is going to get off the glove of Walenzik, but he's able to corral it for ball 1. So Tedder struggling with command early as well. Kind of like Rogers. In a tough spot. Bases loaded still, 1 out. Patriots having a hard time finding that second out. That pitch downstairs for ball 2.
You know, the hardest thing, it seems always to me, for relief pitchers is you have to come in and throw strikes. You know, starters get a little leeway, but because every time you come in, it's in a tough spot.
Now 3-0 to Akins, and in danger of walking in another run. Pitch upstairs, he does. He walks him. And it's now 5-0 Hernando. Well, both relief pitchers, and we're probably going to talk about it a little bit more, but they have not been effective for Lewisburg. And it goes back to the thought process of taking talent out after the 5th inning.
If I'm not mistaken, after this pitch.
That pitch, he hit him right on the shin as Dixon will trot down to first base. It's now 6-0, and Tyler Scholl out to the mound again. And that may be it.
If I'm not mistaken here, we did have the 10 strikeouts, but we talk about, you know, the little things in the game. I'm pretty sure Hernando's winning the free pass battle 8-2 right now. 1 walk and an error.
Yeah.
Versus 5 walks and 3 hit by pitches, I think it is.
That's right. Yeah, and it's just free passes so far in this inning. So Hernando's taking advantage of it, and Lewisburg hadn't really been close in terms of getting pitches over for strikes.
Yeah,
and that's just been it.
That's it. And I'm guilty of, you know, overstating things and saying them a lot, but in this game, that's what it is. It's strikeouts and doubles. It's not. It's free passes, errors, moving runners, scoring. Hernando's still not barreled up a bunch of balls. They just put themselves in spots and won the the turnover battle.
I mean, both hits were ground balls. One of them was an infield hit, the other one right up the middle, and that ball down in the dirt. And during that timeout, Lewisburg had their right fielder, Garrett Latham, throwing balls, so he may be the guy coming in as Preston Johnson stands in with a 1-0 count. One-0 pitch, misses way inside again. This game getting away from Lewisburg early, and Tyler Scholl will call timeout again as he will make the pitching change. Well, we'll take a break with them. We'll be back in just a minute. Hernando still got things cooking here in the top of the sixth.
For insurance you can trust, go with the home team at Farm Bureau Insurance in Olive Branch. We offer competitive rates and fast, friendly claims on auto, home, life, and more. Call 662-893-5250 today.
Visit cardinalsouth.com and let's get started.
Join us at East Point Church in Lewisburg, Sundays at 9 and 10:30. Visit eastpointdesoto.org for more information. Come and be a part of our community.
Looking for the perfect lawn? Southern Pride Sod in Byhalia, Mississippi grows top-quality zoysia and Bermuda grass for all your residential and commercial needs. Call 901-494-7733 today to transform your space with lush green perfection.
Garrett Latham will be the new pitcher for the Lewisburg Patriots here. The third pitcher in this inning. Latham 0-1 with no ERA, 8.2 innings pitched, and has given up no earned runs, 10 strikeouts to 6 walks. So maybe this is what Lewisburg needed. Needed somebody that can come in here and throw strikes. Hernando, the benefit of free passes, as Latham will face Preston Johnson.
Well, at least you're not at the top of the order. Oh, wait.
You are.
You know, we've gone from pitcher's duel over quickly maybe to that's the potential run rule run at the plate.
Yeah. 2-0 count as Latham comes in, and that pitch in there for strike one. So he ended the Hernando Tiger chant over there. 8 straight balls. 2 balls and a strike to Johnson, swing and a miss. Good pitch there by Latham, down and in. Infield still playing in, trying to get the force out, cut them down at home plate. They're kind of forced in this scenario. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Pitch downstairs. Now the count runs full. Talon Haley, the new right fielder.
Yeah, we need a barreled ground ball right at somebody.
Yeah. Three balls, 2 strikes. Swung on, hit out into left field. Tubbs on the chase, and he's not going to make the play. 1 run's in. Here comes another. thrown in to the infield, and a 2 RBI double by the leadoff hitter, Preston Johnson. And oh, by the way, he's your starting pitcher for Hernando. So now 8-0. Hernando on top. Big hit there by Preston Johnson. So that's just the third hit for Hernando. And now runners at second and third, infield playing in, and ball 1 to Josh Pena. Pena 0 for 1 in the game. He got things started in this inning with a hit by pitch. So they've batted around. Six runs this inning for Hernando, and they're not done yet. Things pretty quiet on the Lewisburg side.
Pretty quiet. And and me also, I've been sitting here going back. That was a long way Bradley Tubbs just ran.
Yeah, it was. I thought he was going to make the play. He would have scored 1 run anyway.
Yep.
He's got a lot of speed out there in left field. Really good athlete. Just out of his outstretched arms.
And I was kind of surprised at how shallow they had him in, but he about got there.
3-0 pitch on the way in there for strike 1. Pitch in there for strike 2, right on the outside part of the plate. Still just 1 out here, the top of the 6th inning. Three-two pitch, swung on, grounded to Caden Nelson right through his legs. And 2 runs are going to score on the E6. He had a play, and he just took his eyes off of it. Big error there by the shortstop, and that doesn't happen that often.
No, he's about as solid infielder as you'll find in this league. I think and again, I'm speaking for somebody else, but I think the speed of the ball put him a little bit in doubt of him. I going homer to first, and that look up cost the catch. Either way, that's going to score 2 to make it 10-0.
Yeah, and the Patriots are in.
They have to score.
Yeah, I mean, they're in the old run rule jeopardy right now. And still just 1 out with a runner at first base.
I was going to say, before they worry about that, they have to get out of this one. And this is a pretty scary hitter here.
Swing and a miss. You know, I want to go back to the ground ball to Caden Nelson. And this happens time and time again. When you got pitchers that don't throw strikes and you're just putting runners on, and then there's a ball finally put in play, it's a little bit of a shock to the system, and there's a lazy fly ball out of the stretched arms of Bierman. And a count 0-2 to Luke Roman. 0 for 2 in the game. But that's why it's so important to throw strikes, to keep your defense in it.
Yeah, most successful pitchers that I've been around and seen, and I've seen a lot this year actually, but their tempo is really good.
Yeah. The 0-2 pitch, runner on the move, and he's going to get in there with a stolen base. That pitch on the outside part of the plate.
You know, up 10-0. I like this steal. We're playing to score another run. Give me an insurance run to not have to play the 7th. We're trying to get out of here.
Yeah, I agree. That's why they have a run rule. Try to prevent us from doing it. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and a runner on the move again. Walens's going to throw down, and Pena's going to be safe. Boy, he got a great jump. Now 2-2 count. No, did they say strike 3? They did. So strikeout looking. And now 2 outs with a runner at third base.
I've seen Luke Romine play enough over the years. You won't see him with a hat trick very often.
No. That pitch in there for strike one against Axe Westmoreland. 2 outs now in a 10-run game.
That guy in the black jacket down there at third base umpiring is way closer than me, but that play bounced, and I'm not so sure it didn't bounce right into his helmet, like with the glove, and I think it just surprised everybody that he even caught it. I'm not sure he was safe.
I'm not either. But it was a bang-bang play down there, and that pitch just misses.
And he
One
got
ball and 2 strikes.
He got a great jump, did it right.
Pena stands at third base. 1-2 pitch. And that's in there for strike 3. Wow, what an inning for Hernando as they get 8 runs on 1 hit. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 10-0 Hernando. The Patriots have to score to stay alive. We'll be back right after this.
For insurance you can trust, go with the home team at Farm Bureau Insurance in Olive Branch. We offer competitive rates and fast, friendly claims on auto, home, life, and more. Call 662-893-5250 today.
Visit cardinalsouth.com and let's get started.
Join us at East Point Church in Lewisburg, Sundays at 9 and 10:30. Visit eastpointdesoto.org for more information. Come and be a part of our community.
Looking for the perfect lawn? Southern Pride Sod in Byhalia, Mississippi grows top-quality zoysia and Bermuda grass for all your residential and commercial needs. Call 901-494-7733 today to transform your space with lush green perfection.
Well, the Patriots are in an uphill battle. They're in the bottom of the 6th inning. They're down 10-0. Hernando just 3 outs away from run ruling the home town Patriots. Johnson, Preston Johnson that is, faces Talon Haley. Got the top of the order. Lewisburg has to score to keep this game going. 1-0 pitch. There's a ground ball out to the second baseman, Pena. And he'll make the play. And now 1 out. And now Caden Nelson to the plate. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Nelson 1 for 2 in the game. He singled his last time up. It's a good piece of hitting there on the outside part of the plate. Took it into left field. Johnson. There was ball 1. Johnson on the night. Five in the 3rd innings pitched. No earned runs. Only giving up the 3 hits. 5 strikeouts. Sorry, 6 strikeouts.
I've been really impressed with Preston Johnson tonight just as a pitcher.
Me too. That pitch up and away. Now the count runs to 3-0. So if Nelson could get on base, be a good time and an opportunity for the Patriots to score. He fouled that one off. Now the count runs full. PanRight TV Productions bringing you the broadcast tonight live from Lewisburg High School. Shaker Turner, Michael Plumley bringing you the action. So far, all Hernando. 3-1 pitch upstairs. He does walk him. And that'll bring up Cooper Bierman, 0 for 1 in the game. Struck out swinging his last time up. But Caden Nelson on the base pass is pretty dangerous.
Yeah, and you have to have one here to keep going. If you pick your runner, I would say he's probably the guy.
I agree. No activity in the Hernando bullpen that I can see.
The other side of that is if you're Lewisburg, you have 5 outs now to get 10.
Yeah.
So you got to get one to keep going, but then you almost have to play for a crooked number inning right here, a bigger inning. So.
Yeah, I agree. If strike one delivered.
In my opinion, one, in high school, you're never out of the game. You can score big in an inning,
right?
As Hernando's proven. But, but over, odds are you need one run's not going to do any good for the win.
I agree. Swing and a miss there. In fact, Lewisburg's only loss in district play came on a run rule against Oxford just a few weeks ago. 0-2 pitch swung on, fouled away. They lost 10-0 in that game after they shellacked Oxford in game 1.
Did they swap run rules? Is that what happened?
Pretty much.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't a run rule
okay.
Here against Oxford, but it was a 9-2 game, something like that.
How many pitches has Preston thrown tonight?
Preston Johnson sitting at 74 total pitches, 27 balls to 47 strikes. So that strike-to-ball ratio is definitely increased in the last 2 or 3 innings.
2 pitches ago, that breaking ball he threw and being late in the game, it was pretty sharp with still some big depth in it. And, Bierman kind of had to fight it off a little.
The 0-2 pitch on the way, and that pitch just misses the outside part. And the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nelson still standing at first base. Hadn't had an opportunity to move just yet. This may be the pitch.
I want to comment on Aiken moving in right here for this pitch. This is down
ball.
the way. But another shout out here to PanRight TV and this production, because tonight with the center field camera, I've been able to watch the catchers, and Aiken's done a really good job moving around, moving off the plate when he needs to. Most of the time, Preston gets the spot, and they've done a really good job against this lineup.
Swing and a miss there, a big strikeout as Bierman goes down, and now Grant Walenzik. And the other thing that Aiken's done, that big leadoff hit by Caden Nelson, and he got thrown out, on the next pitch. So they're kind of respecting the arm of Aiken as well.
For sure.
Patriots down to their last out. They do have a runner at first base as Grant Walenzik comes to the plate.
So that goes back to that balance of what are we doing this inning of, you got to score one, so you want him at second, because 2 hits in a row now are going to be, that's not easy to do.
Yeah.
But you also can't end the game getting thrown out trying to steal a base, I don't think. I say that if you do, I wouldn't be totally mad at it, but
yeah,
it's hard to make it there.
Agree. 1-0 pitch, that pitch downstairs. Now 2-0 to Walenzik. Walenzik 1 for 2 in the game, got that base hit his last time up. One of just 3 hits for Lewisburg tonight. As Joe Akins will trot out to speak with his battery mate Johnson after 2 straight balls in the dirt. He probably saw something in Johnson and wanted to make sure they reconnected.
And I think that mound visit right there is dependent on Johnson's demeanor. Is he a fiery guy?
Ball's going to get by the catcher Akins, and Caden Nelson will get into scoring position on the wild pitch.
There we go. And but now you're 3-0 to Walenzik with some power. base open now. But again, going back to Johnson, if he's a fire guy, you may say something, hey, let's go finish this thing up.
That's right.
If he's not, if he's quiet, then you got to, you balance of catching. You got to kind of have to know how to talk to each person individually. And from what I see tonight, Aiken seems like a pretty seasoned catcher back here.
Well, Taylor Carr will walk out and have a chat with the starting pitcher with runners at first and second after giving up the walk. And I don't know that there was anybody no, there was somebody throwing in that bullpen as they're peeking in to see if they do make the change. Yeah, it looks like they're going to stay with him. I don't blame him. He's been effective all night.
And then speaking as the coach's perspective, you have to balance. I think Johnson's earned the right to finish this game tonight.
Yeah, sure.
You know,
he's only at 81 pitches
versus what's best long term. You know,
right. Yeah, these two teams will play again Friday night at Hernando. And if you're Hernando, you want to get this win tonight on the road. It'll be a big one. And tie it up in district play as Garrett Latham will look at strike one.
I'm going to predict very few available seats when the game starts at Hernando Friday night.
I agree. It'll be a good one, folks, if you want to get out and see some good baseball. This one started off that way. No runs through 4 innings. It's been all Hernando since. There's a ground ball to the second baseman. Pena is going to throw to first, and that'll get it done. Hernando Tigers and Preston Johnson get the W, and it is by run rule 10-0 the score. What a night for Hernando and Preston Johnson. Well, Shaker, it started off as a really good game. I mean, no runs. I think just 3 hits for Lewisburg, and then Hernando capitalized on some manufacturing in that 5th inning to score those 2 runs. Lewisburg takes Haley out of the game, and relief pitching doesn't come through for the Patriots.
It did not. I think that was 2 things key to the game. Relief pitching couldn't find the zone tonight, which it's not a normal thing. I don't want to lay everything on 2 kids by any means. So I hope people don't take it that way. But relief pitching struggles, and it's just the game sometimes. And then Hernando did a great job of just keeping pressure on, and it just turned into a tough night for the Patriots. And it won't. I'm sure it's not a trend, but it also won't be the last tough night if they keep playing this game.
I agree. Yeah, I mean it's already happened once this year to them. It is their Lewisburg's going to fall to 16-5, 5-2 in district play. Hernando's going to move to 16-8-1, and 7-2 in district play. So they certainly had the edge tonight. It's been great having you back in the broadcast booth as a partner. This things we used to do years ago, and I'm certainly glad you could join me, and hopefully we got a couple more games this year together. Certainly miss Philip Chapman tonight. I know his son was playing baseball, and Philip does a great job for us. But Shaker, it's, as always, been a pleasure.
Man, I enjoy it. We talk about it a lot, and the production y'all have here is second to none. I'm sure anywhere that I've seen is not even close. And again, appreciate it. Let me be a part of it. Let me come in and watch a great 2 teams play baseball. And again, going back to longtime friend with Michael. And I would like to touch real quick before we go. This conversation got started because on the Mag broadcast, I stole a quote from Michael when we hit a home run. And anyway, when I sent him that clip, we got to talking, and this is how it happened. But yeah, one of the greats. You're definitely one of the best around doing it, and appreciate you. Let me join.
Well, I appreciate it, Shaker. And for Shaker Turner, Michael Plumley, Josh Howout, and Jordan and Ewan on the cameras, it's been a PanRight TV Productions. It's a 10-0 Hernando win over Lewisburg. And we'll see you again on the next time. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Have a great week.
For insurance you can trust, go with the home team at Farm Bureau Insurance in Olive Branch. We offer competitive rates and fast, friendly claims on auto, home, life, and more. Call 662-893-5250 today.
Visit cardinalsouth.com and let's get started.
Join us at East Point Church in Lewisburg, Sundays at 9 and 10:30. Visit eastpointdesoto.org for more information. Come and be a part of our community.
Looking for the perfect lawn? Southern Pride Sod in Byhalia, Mississippi grows top quality zoysia and Bermuda grass for all your residential and commercial needs. Call 901-494-7733 today to transform your space with lush green perfection.